Hi everyone, I welcome you all to Healthy Living with Regina, where it's all about health promotion. In the last health video, we spoke about BV, how it comes about, and how it could be very troubling and disturb one's sexual life. This week, we are going to talk about some of the things that increases one's risk of having BV. Some of the risk factors include reduced intake of high fiber diets. Okay, some research findings have shown that there is increased incidence of BV in women who take low fiber diets. So there's actually a risk factor. There is also douching. Douching, as I mentioned in my previous video, is washing the inside of the vagina with water or mixture of fluid. And this, I explained, isn't a good practice for ladies. I explain, letting you understand that the vagina cleanses itself, and so this is something we should desist from doing. A third risk factor is actually smoking. So smoking has a way of reducing the potency of the immune system. Okay, so as we live our lives, we come into contact with several organisms that could harm us, but the immune system has a way of protecting us, and here lies the case where smoking is one of the activities that could actually reduce the potency of this immune system, and it paves way for bacteria that we do not want to overgrow. Okay, and this bacteria includes this bacteria that we see manifesting itself in BV. The fourth risk factor includes sharing sex toys with other people, and also having more than one sexual partner is also a risk factor. The scary part of this particular point is that some research have shown that individuals with BV have a higher chance of catching other infection that are spread through sex, and this actually includes HIV. Okay, so this is very, very, very scary. Let's be careful out there. Some people who have BV do not experience any symptoms. Okay, so they actually are asymptomatic, as we call it. Yeah, so they actually do not show symptoms for you to know that, oh, this individual has BV. But for those who may show symptoms, some of these symptoms include fishy smelling vagina or discharge, as I already mentioned in my previous video. The unique thing about this vaginal discharge is that it could be watery, and it's usually an off-white or grey colored discharge that coats the vagina. This smell might even become worse, or it might even become more noticeable during the menses of a lady due to the basic nature of the blood. Okay, it also becomes more noticeable after sex with a male partner when the semen mixes with the vaginal fluid. This is also due to the basic nature of semen, which increases the pH of the place and goes a long way to even worsen the smell the more. I hope you understand this. If you watched my previous video, you remember I mentioned that BV has a way of changing the pH of the vagina, moving it from the slightly acidic way that we want it. That's moving it towards the base, like the basic direction. Okay, so imagine the vagina is in a state where its pH is being changed in this to move along this basic direction, which is contributing to the smell that we already are experiencing. Then you come into contact with something that is also basic in nature. Now you guess where I'm going to, right? It's going to even worsen the smell the more, because even without this extrinsic factor of this basic substance coming into contact with the vagina, the place, through whatever it is going through, it's already approaching the basic range, which is contributing to this smell. So once you come into contact with a basic substance, it goes a long way to even worsen the smell the more. Secondly, this fishy vaginal discharge can be a lot more than normal, like I mentioned in the previous video. So it can be a lot more than 2 to 5 mils of the vaginal discharge, which I mentioned that is very scanty, and it's very scanty in your panty at the end of the day. Okay, so in a healthy vagina, this vagina is about like half to 1 teaspoon, like I mentioned in the previous video. But then in BV, this vaginal discharge will be a lot more. One may also notice a burning feeling in the vagina. Okay, so what do you do when you experience some of the symptoms that I have mentioned? One of the best things you can do for yourself is for you to visit your doctor. Okay, so your doctor will have a chat with you, ask you a few questions, examine you, and he or she may take the sample of your vaginal discharge to run a lab test on it to look for organisms that cause BV, and he or she will treat you accordingly. You do yourself a very good favor to visit your doctor, because remember that if you insert certain things in there to try to take away this smell, you may end up worsening the state, because for all you don't know the pH of these substances. And if the pH of these substances are already in the basic range, remember what we said about what the basic substance could do to this smell, it could worsen it, right? So one of the best things you do is to visit your doctor to actually take care of you properly. Okay, now to the final part of this section. How do we prevent BV? One way we can prevent BV is to eat more fiber diet, a high fiber diet. Okay, diet like fruits and vegetables. So vegetables like carrots, tomatoes, fruits like pawpaw, oranges, mango, apples, banana, and other fruits like oats, kenke, beans, brown rice. We could eat this food, and these foods are actually high in fiber. Okay, beans, these foods are actually high in fiber and have a way of keeping the vagina in a good shape. Okay, like I mentioned, one of the risk factors is eating food low in fiber, and research have shown that individuals who eat food low in fiber have a higher risk of BV. So I think we'll do ourselves a whole good if we eat more fruits and vegetables like those I have mentioned. The next thing we could do to prevent is to avoid douching. Like I mentioned, please avoid douching, and then avoid smoking, avoid sharing your sex toys with other people. And we'll do ourselves a whole good if we stick to one sexual partner. If you are the one watching this, I would advise you stick to one sexual partner. And this will go a long way to be very, very effective if your sexual partner also sticks to one sexual partner. That way, the only people you guys are having sex with is yourselves. So that is it for today. I hope you understood everything I spoke about. Let me know if you have any questions. Kindly drop them in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the subsequent video. Bye.